Hey y'all, it's Ryan. Even when I'm short on time, I love to doodle. So we're going to start doing some monthly themed doodle sessions. So grab your drawing tools and let's get to it. March is all about spring and St. Patrick's Day, so that's what our doodles are going to focus on this month. So I have my 8.5 by 11 canvas with my 8 squares for my doodles. I'm gonna start in the upper left-hand corner with 2 clouds and a rainbow going in between it. So in the lower left-hand corner of this box, I'm just going to do simple, fluffy clouds by drawing the rounded half circles all the way around. I'm going to do the same thing over here on the right. And then this will allow me to connect the two with a rainbow. Okay. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to add little lines to each one. Okay. So now starting in the upper right hand corner of my lower left cloud, it's a lot of directions. I'm gonna just draw curved line from one to the other. I'm gonna hold until it snaps to for me and then let go. And then I'm gonna come up a little ways to the left, draw a second line up and around. I'm just gonna keep doing this until I have my nice rainbow built. One more up and around. There we go. And there's my rainbow with clouds. My next doodle is going to be some really cute daisy looking flowers. I love drawing these because they're really simple, but they can be really cute and add a lot of filler to any sort of art that you want to add, or bullet journal that you're doing, a monthly theme. I love these kinds of flowers. So I'm going to start just with the center with the simple circle, and I'm going to change my pen size down to about 3, and I'm just going to make long skinny long ovals out and around. And they don't all have to be the same size. You can make some really long, some really short, totally up to you. And I'm just going to keep turning my canvas around until I have all of my petals filled in. I find if I turn my canvas, then they're at the correct angle that I want them, instead of trying to draw them without moving the canvas at all. Okay, and then one more. There we go. And then where I have this big opening here is where I'm going to draw my stem kind of rounded and down. From here, I'm going to add 2 more shooting off from each side. So from the bottom of my stem, I'm just going to draw up and to the right. And then I'm going to go through the same steps. Going to draw my center circle and add in my rounded petals. Making sure I leave that gap for my stem. one more over to the left. I'm gonna make this one a lot smaller. Okay, so now I'm just going to add really simple leaves off of the stems. There we have our really fun daisies. So keeping with the florals, we're going to draw almost a tulip, really simple other flower here in our next box. So I'm just going to start by doing the U shape, holding until it snaps, and then from my corner I'm going to come down and in, and then from here I'm going to go back up to a point, down, and I'm going to connect this over to the other side of that U. Okay, then my stem, and leaves, and then I'm going to add kind of the pollen in the middle of our daisy right there. Okay. And the next one, I'm gonna do a really happy smiley sun because it's just spring and it's all about getting outside again after the cold winter months, being cooped up. So I'm gonna draw a circle and hold until it snaps, and then draw a happy little face. And then for the sun rays around it, I am going to do kind of the waves like I would for water. I'm going to start up, come around into a point, and just keep going around the sun until I get all the way around. And again, this is another thing that I like to rotate my canvas for. I just find it easier to draw instead of trying to come around at the same speed and the same distance away. So there's our happy little sun. So keeping in mind that it is St. Patrick's Day, the next 4 doodles are going to be very St. Patrick's Day themed. So of course we're going to have our clover first. And really a clover for me is just a heart that's not closed, but it's a lot more, it's not as sharp of a point in the middle. So I'm going to start kind of in the middle of my square, come up and around, just like I would for a heart, and then down. So instead of it coming to a sharp point here at the middle, it's curved, it's more open. And I'm just going to do that 2 more times. But instead of coming from here in the middle, I'm going to come up about 3/4 of the way and start there. Rotate my canvas and do the same on this side. And there. And then I'm going to draw a cute little stem for my clover. You can add in those lines. There we go. Okay, next up is going to be a fun pot of gold because there's always a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So I'm going to start with the top first, and I'm just going to draw a curved line, hold until it snaps too, and then I'm going to connect it with another curved line to form the top of my pot of gold. And then coming a little ways in, do a bigger curved line down and around to create the actual pot of gold. And then I'm going to do 2 circles that are filled in for the feet. Okay. And then for the pieces of gold, I'm just going to do kind of half circles until it creates a big mound in this pot for me. Okay, and then lastly, just like I did these open hearts up at the top for a clover, I'm going to do a 4-leaf clover on the pot of gold. But for this, I'm not going to lift my pen. I'm just going to have them all connect. And then the stem. And there's my pot of gold. Next up, I'm going to do a horseshoe, just because we're on St. Patrick's Day, all about luck. We have a pot of gold, have to have a horseshoe too. So I'm going to draw a U, hold until it snaps for the inside of my horseshoe. I'm going to draw a curved line out from both sides of that, the points, and then go in and draw a second U, connecting those. Hold until they snap, and then come in and add circles. There we go. And then lastly, it wouldn't be St. Patrick's Day without a fun leprechaun hat. So we're going to draw an easy leprechaun's hat. So I'm going to start kind of in the lower portion of my square here. I'm just going to draw a curved line up and around. Go. So it's not really a U, it's almost a square, but it's not closed off. I'm going to close it with a circle, a curved line down at the bottom to form that bottom of that hat. And then coming about 1/3 of the way up, I'm going to draw the brim of the hat. And then here in the middle is where he would have like a buckle. So I'm going to draw that first. And that is just a very large rounded rectangle with another one in the middle. Oops. Okay, and then it's connected, looks kind of like a belt. So I'm going to draw those 2 lines there. And, excuse me, now I have my leprechaun's hat. Thank you so much for drawing with me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you're notified when new videos are posted. Hope to see you soon!